No, it was Vivian Gray, I think. Or Vivian, whatever her name is.
Did you only get that charge and not like?
No, I got speeding with it.
I feel like it should be one or the other.
I thought so too. So that made me withdraw my LSPD application.
Interesting. I didn't know actually.
Yeah.
I thought this was primarily for grime.
Because I was like, okay, so because you guys set a quota on them, they're trying to get like stack as many charges. Now, for the first time in 4 months, I actually got a ticket.
Yeah.
And that's why, I now have another ticket because it's like, why should I care anymore?
Well, so here's the thing.
I went from having a completely clean record for 4 months, and then that
oh, tell me about
kind
it.
of smacked me.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. I have first-degree speeding myself now, and I fucking hate it. The issue with that is that I've only just been told today that it's becoming more and more of an issue that they care too much about the quota points. The thing is that both Max and I try to listen to people, but people have a tendency to either not talk to us, or when they do voice their concern, they voice it on Twitter. Now that you tell that to me, and with the person I talked to earlier about the same thing, I can see it being an issue that they're trying really hard not to give you any leeway because they need to meet their quota points.
Yeah, so someone who, like me, who, like, I was only ever warned once.
Yeah.
I got screwed like that.
No,
And it's like if you go 90 on the highway, which is the legal speed, until you hit that hill,
It started already.
you don't go over 90.
Jeff Rowe
So it
thinks
was
must be
kind of
2
like,
months.
I kind of felt like it was like a good speed trap, to be honest. I wish when I was a cop, I would have known about that spot, to be real.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't actually know that they would use it against you in that manner.
But my vote's with you or Max, because one of you guys are going to bring the sheriff's department, right?
That is what we're working on, yes.
Interesting.
Hey, River.
I would
Hey,
just
pal, how are
recommend that.
How do I deal with someone stealing my bag out of a lot car?
Key things are worked on, please, because like the towing for sure.
What?
That's
Someone just
that's
stole
such
two
a pain
bags
in the
out
ass.
of
And
my
they-
car that was lost.
then they
Someone
scuff
stole
your
two
truck
bags
when
out
they
of
put a
your
boot on it.
Yes.
You cannot even finish the job.
No, I get that,
So,
and it's
do I cancel
I
the
if I
job?
can, if I
No,
do
I don't.
go into office, I will put it as one of my things that I'll bring to the next.
So, what
Unfortunately, I
happened?
have my last
So how's the bags?
my last meeting today.
No, my
If I don't go
vehicle's
into
ready.
office, I'm not able to bring anything forward. So
Okay, well, good luck.
I appreciate it. Well, just make sure you guys vote. That's really all at the end of the day.
And
In about 10 minutes,
no,
there is
I
a
went
debate.
inside.
oh, there is.
Oh, debate.
Yes.
Oh, we want to go to that.
Vinewood Bowl.
Where? Oh, Vinewood again?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we gotta go to. You know, that's a big deciding factor right there. Debates are important.
Oh, it is for me too.
Yeah. So in 8 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll be there.
Sounds
You got a
good.
car, Curtis?
We'll see you there then.
I'm too
All right.
poor
See you
to
there,
drive.
boys, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, River,
All right, man.
if I do
Mine.
get elected
Awesome,
again, just
sorry.
give me a call. Like if there anything like that where you're like concerned about something, just call us. It's
100%.
Yeah, it's hard for us to make a difference when people don't actually voice their opinion. And the few people that do are always like on Twitter, and they're not actually giving us anything to work with.
No, for sure. I went to Twatter.
Yeah, well, you should have called either.
Well, I
Misha
didn't
or-
actually talk anything bad about you guys. I just said it's weird how someone can drive or have such a clean record for so long and then become a criminal in seconds.
We actually did pass something today about that as well, giving people more chances when it comes to like a first degree. It might be more in terms of like first time felony rather than just a misdemeanor. But no, I'm in the same boat with you. Like I hate the fact that I have a first degree speeding.
And
Yep.
the way
Charge.
that it was like told to me, described me, it made me seem like I had a felony, and I didn't work Group 6 the rest of the day because I thought I was fired.
I think
So
it's
that
only,
really pissed me off.
yeah. I think it's only
Yeah.
actual felonies. So you should.
I found
be
out that
fine.
wasn't like a real felony or anything.
Yeah. No.
So then I didn't care as much, but it still sucked. 'Cause
Yeah,
I went
no,
from being like clean Alexander River to now I'm a filthy criminal.
Yeah. No. I agree. 100%.
A filthy criminal for fucking Alex, bro. What is wrong with you, brother?
Bro, I sped.
You didn't
I'm a
shoot
criminal
a
now.
cop, bro. You didn't rob a bank, bro. You're not a filthy
It's
criminal.
a
You
gateway,
sped.
Curtis. It's a gateway.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no, 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 no.
God.
Jaywalking is the gateway, and we can't jaywalk anymore.
Oh
That's
my
why
God.
speeding's the new jaywalking.
Well, I guess.
Disgusting.
All right. Well, I gotta go to the
All right,
debates.
we'll
I'll
see you
guys
there.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we're going there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we are.
You weren't lying. We are actually doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speeding is the new jaywalking, I guess. Again, people don't fucking tell us.
You ready?
What?
Feeling okay?
No.
This. Here. Here, have you in the glove box? There's a bag of my emotional support weed.
Your emotional support weed?
Yes.
That's illegal.
What? And what's life without a little risk?
Fine. Oh, this is gonna be a shit show, isn't it? It's gonna be so
You're gonna be
cool.
fine. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be good.
I can fucking hear Siobhan already.
Yeah.
Then we should
You got this.
get this going. Just thank you so much for being here. Ellen, you're next to me.
Am I getting my second bottle of soju? Did they put up a microphone for people to ask questions?
Chad, that's right.
Yeah, it looks really cool here.
Did you guys bring a microphone by any chance?
The stage already has one.
Yeah, but it's more for the people asking questions if they have any, I guess. I don't know. It does. Do you ask
I-
questions in these things?
I think they are. They've got microphones at their stand right there.
Do they?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just popped in. Will people be able to ask questions?
I guess.
Okay.
Hey, Belle.
I don't know.
got a
First,
microphone I can
first would have to have the microphone right now. I don't have them yet.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got one.
Apparently, I need some more reputation. I mean, I don't know. I won a Pulitzer and basically made the entire news station, but apparently I don't have enough reputation to have a
They're not
fucking
paying their
microphone.
respects to the OGs.
Oh, I got
so
you.
you gotta
Right,
talk some
right.
sense into 'em.
I gotta go fucking smack Earl like I did Jeff.
I'm gonna put it down here so people have to jump over.
So people, all right. Wherever.
So
works
no
for
one
me.
steals it as well.
Yeah. Well, that's probably gonna happen.
There, but it's not long.
They're 100% gonna accidentally steal it. You know that coming.
All right. I'm gonna go sit in my chair.
You have a spare mic.
You got this.
Ow.
I have like a.
What am I seeing? Crane.
Yeah.
Question. I just talked to somebody, and I'm unsure how to answer this question.
Okay.
Someone was kidnapped. They were brought to Dogtown.
Michael, I'm just gonna remind you that there's no such thing as whispering up here.
I'm not yelling.
Yeah, but even if you aren't, everyone can hear you.
Your voice is on the microphone.
Can they though? Isn't it just when you're
We
yelling?
tested this, remember?
No, it's not when you're yelling, I think. I might be wrong.
All right. What's the issue?
So there's two issues, I guess. One, Carmine and Bobby kidnapped somebody, brought them to Dogtown. How is PD?
When was this?
I'm not sure. 2 days ago.
I mean, it's Hot Pursuit.
Okay, so if it's only, is it only when it's hot pursuit? So if they brought there without the PD realizing, are they just, is it just whatever in that
No.
case?
Because then people could, rob someone or rob something or transact a huge amount of drugs and then just go to the prison. And if PD find out, they could just be like, well, you can't arrest me.
All right, that's what I thought, but apparently that's what.
I mean, stupid.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, but
Good job.
apparently that's not what PD thinks.
That's dumb.
Okay. Well,
Actually,
we
yep,
guess
you
we
get
might
up
have to
there, next
tell them
chair.
that because they apparently just cleaned their hands and said like we can't do anything.
Love you, Jenny. Thank
no.
you.
Second thing is somebody
Also,
kidnapped.
if Bobby and Carmen are kidnapping people, then fuck
That's-
them. I'm just not hiring anyone for them.
Ooh, yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
no, I agree.
It's got-
I guess the
Alright.
second thing in that case doesn't really matter. Somebody kidnapped a cop and brought him to Dogtown, and he's complaining that the
Your girl
PD
was
pushed
fucked
in.
up last night.
But I guess they should be doing that anyways. So
Where's the Bobby Charles kidnapping thing?
it's not an official thing. I don't think that.
okay.
Yeah, because PD apparently said that they couldn't do anything about it. So I guess they didn't make a charge or charge anyone with it. But I can get you more information if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, if Bobby and Carmine are doing dumb shit like that, then we'll have to crack down on them.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, I'll keep that in mind. So if
Yeah.
I'll
Well, Bobby Charles. Do you know about this?
Which one?
Van Pingle stabbed him.
Oh, yeah, he stabbed him like an hour ago or 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I'm just reading the report now.
Yeah, he was talking shit to Van Pingle, and Van Pingle was talking shit back, and then Van Pingle, I think, chased him around and stabbed him. It was right in front of City Hall too.
You know what? Maybe in exchange for Barbie and Carmine getting the lawless zone in the prison, they should get like double time and fine for crimes they commit in our jurisdiction.
Maybe they should.
Because I'm reading a lot of stuff here about Bobby getting in trouble with people and antagonizing people and committing crimes, and I'm hearing all the time about this. So it sounds like our plan of sending them to fucking Bolingbrook isn't really happening because they're just leaving Bolingbrook and then fucking around.
Yeah,
So maybe they need a message.
I agree.
Maybe is Bobby around? Let's see.
He was. Maybe he still is. Or maybe he's
This
dead.
latest incident report talks about Bobby being held up by Dundee and then a cop getting stabbed at the hospital. So it is highly possible that Bobby is down right now. Whatever, I'll call him later.
When is this incident report? Because Dundee is the one that is talking about Bobby.
They're writing it right now.
Oh, well, so apparently Dundee got kidnapped by Bobby and the other guy that I forgot the name
Yeah,
of.
it says
Fuck me.
Rooker was transporting senior buns to CMC. People that were stabbed, EMS need help. Once he dropped people off, saw Bobby Charles held up by Dundee holding a wrench, and then Rooker got stabbed in the stomach by an unknown suspect. And I guess Rhodes also went down because Rhodes is typing something now, or Alexis on fire is typing something about Rhodes.
Well, there you go.
All right, well, we'll look into it after this, I guess.
All right.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
no.
Bobby Charles, pain in my ass.
All right. Give me a sec. All right, let me get my soju. I'll be right back. Oh, Max was supposed to sit in the middle, but I wanted you to sit in the middle, but all right.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, no, that was the point.
Wait, did you want to sit in the middle? Man with the
Nah,
white
it's
hair?
okay. This is fine. This is fine, Salem.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, Frost? Nice hair.
Yeah, thank you. You like it?
Yeah, actually.
Wait, are you running for the mayor too, Mr.
Yes.
Whitetail?
Yes.
Oh. What?
That's the deputy.
Oh shit. Wait, you're a cop, dude?
No, deputy mayor.
In before Archie
Oh,
is gonna
shit.
say at this debate that he's gonna withdraw. That would be spicy. I'm gonna remove that.
Hello. Y'all hear me okay? All right. Welcome to the, I guess this would be the second round of the inaugural city council. First term is coming to a close on the 20th. That is Saturday next
Heck
week.
you, Saturn.
So the elections will be open. The ballots will be open until that point, roughly around 7 p.m. Eastern on the 20th. Now, we have organized with the, graceful assistance and direction of Miss Thoroughbred over there, Siobhan, this debate so y'all can better inform yourselves about the various candidates, their platforms, their opinions, and you can just get them in the flesh. You can ask them something, put them on the spot. Feel free once we get to questions. We're going to just start off pretty basic. I'd just like to get each person up here, talk very briefly about like your party and your overall platform. Let's keep it in like a 30-second type elevator pitch, and then we'll move on to some more substantive questions. I would ask that you guys be respectful as you can. Obviously you may feel the need to yell things out at different times, but let's try to keep some level of decorum. All right, and with that, I guess we'll start with the incumbent, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Thoroughbred.
Hi, everyone.
How many people?
I'm Maximilian
77.
Thoroughbred. I am the current mayor of Los Santos. I
decent
was fortunate
turnout.
enough to be voted in the last time by a lot of you in the crowd. I've spoken to many of you personally, one-on-one. Most of you know what I'm about, but for the sake of the elevator pitch, I'll hit you now with the facts. 15 minutes after taking office, I lowered taxes across the board. And after being gifted the ability to do so by the state, I lowered them even further. I stand for less work, more pay, meaning less time on the back of a sanitation truck or in a G6 truck, and more pay at the end of the shift that you are doing to ensure that you are able to enjoy your lives in Los Santos, not slaving away day in, day out. This pay raise applies to not only clean workers of the city, but also doctors, EMS, even the police department. And that is what I will be operating on moving forward. I believe that the state has a large amount of money, and I believe that that large amount of money should be reinvested into all of you. Thank you.
Do I just take the stage now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know what I'm gonna say, dude.
Hello, I'm Michael Simone. I'm the current deputy mayor. Shut the fuck up. So the TLDR is I do plan on bringing back fishing because a lot of people do want that. But at the same time, I also do feel like with the tools that we've now been given, there is a possibility for us to improve pay and help out people across the board. There is still some problem areas that we do want to improve. Other than that, I do feel like as what we have done as the mayor's office is a pretty good baseline. And we do want to keep that going. We want to make sure that everyone is being treated equally, and we try to look after everyone as well. So, I think that's about it. I hate this. I'm not made for this.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Little Tugs, also known as Stanley Milo. Stanley Milo, my government name, dude. That's why I like Little Tugs. You know, I'm just a 19-year-old with a dream. And I think, you know, instead of using all kind of boring word, my platform pretty simple. If a 19-year-old can understand it, then probably everyone can do it. You know, it mean like you don't need the political speak. I want to keep the police department accountable, and I have shown that I can do this because I beat them back to back in court, and the first one that make them pay me money for trying to put the false charges on me. I want the police, when they talk to you, they don't treat you like a piece of shit and assume you're just a dirty criminal, dude. You people matter, and they work for you, not the other way around. And that include the government, dude. And that would include me if you vote for me, dude. I also want to see good pay for everybody, but I don't want us all to be tied down to this day-night bullshit. There should be maximum amount of time. Everyone work every week on their job. Let's say 20 hours. And then once you're done, that's it. So then you don't have to be competing with people that do 18 hours, and you can pick and choose when you work. I also want to bring representation to the sewer people, because there's a lot of people that live down there, and the government trying to lock it down, and that's not fair, dude.
I feel like this is taking more.
Thank you. Yo, I think I almost pissed myself, dude.
You're good, man. You're good.
Hello, Los Santos. I'm Archie Archer, and I'm so grateful I was able to get this far. And I want to thank everyone I have met for their support. I am humbly dropping out from this race.
I called it.
And I am endorsing Maximilian Thoroughbred.
Ah, you fucking cock.
I truly want what is best for this city, and I've come to the conclusion that Max's vision aligns with mine, and he is more experienced. Having a second term will be more beneficial and productive for the city. I hope
is this what I'm paying for? The endorsement to be Michael
in the future,
rather than fucking
and I want to
Max?
thank you all for your support again. I'll resume my civilian oversight board duties, and I look forward to continuing working with Max and the Council of 8 to help better the city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Archie.
Proud of you, Archie.
Archie, I didn't make you quit, did I?
No, Stanley.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, Archie, please. Like, can they hear me in the crowd?
Yeah, even when you're whispering.
Oh, shit.
Can they?
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll do like, if y'all ever done like fantasy football, we'll do the snake method. So first up for this question will be Mr. Miller. So the question to all candidates, one at a time, is going to be,
I fucking called it.
how will you affect change in the upcoming term to ensure the stable growth of both our city and our values? So what are your primary things that you would change that you think will stimulate growth and promote good values in this city? Mr. Miller, you're first.
Oh, Mr. Miller. I thought you said Mr. Million.
Sounds about just the same, like the same name almost.
I already touched on maximum amount that you can work a week and just being able to choose when you can work. Because I think, you know, everyone being tied down to when the sun come up and come down, you got to like pick and choose, like you got to stop what you're doing and not get to like hang out with your friends and do other
100%. People
I think that's gonna make it so
memes.
everyone on a lot more even playing field,
85 people.
and they don't feel like they gotta work all the time. That's gonna drive the prices down because you're not competing against multi-millionaire hunter and stuff. The second thing though is I don't think there's enough people that get to try to start their business. We got all these like property that abandoned. Like why? I think that the city should be able to lease that out and let people like start their locksmithing business and share the pay with the city to pay for those locations. Because the more business there is, the more vibrant the city is, and more opportunity for people.
I
instead of
fucking
just working
hate
for the state.
this.
Thank you.
Going forward, I think we need to make sure that everything across the board is kind of balanced out. So we don't want people to kind of flip flop. We want people to do what they want to do. If you want to do sanitation, obviously that should be your job. That if that's what you want to do, it should pay the equal amount as any other job. So going forward, we want that to be the same for every single sector. If you want to do G6, if you want to do crime, you want to do lumbering, we want the payout to be the same to make it feel like you are earning the same amount as everyone else. As for businesses, we do want people to branch out. We don't want people to be locked down. If you want to start a new mechanic store or mechanic shop somewhere else, obviously we want that to happen. As of right now, I feel like the mayor's office has done what they could. To the people that don't know, a lot of these business proposals are already approved, but are being reviewed by another party. So, but we want to keep that going. It's not that you cannot get a business. We want businesses to go, but right now it's limited in terms of what we can do. We do support everyone wanting to do their own thing, and I feel like we should do the same going forward. So, I hate my life.
Hi. What are the
I don't think
the main
Mary ever wanted
complaints
to
about,
run.
Our current administration has been, where are the businesses? What's going on with those? What's happening? I have to say this to everyone. Basically,
I don't know if people can hear me every time I make a comment.
I'll show you was light.
Okay, let me explain the process that must be done in order to get a business. One, you
There's
submit
only
it to
three candidates. No, there's more, but only
the mayor's
three
office.
that could make it.
Two, I have to submit after we review that. I have to submit that to the Chief Justice, and then after that, it needs to be submitted to the state, and then after that, it goes back to the Chief Justice, and then after that, it goes back to me. Right now, we are at step 3.
It's fucking
i.e., it
BBMC
goes to the
pulling up.
state. My wife and I have worked hard and diligently in order to ensure that everyone who has an entrepreneurial spirit has had their business reviewed, be it for approval or denial, in order to then be pushed along in that process. Because that is a big part of what's missing for the actual growth of Los Santos, is giving the actual people of Los Santos the ability to operate out of these buildings, like Mr. Miller said, with the machinery that they need, with the products that they want to make. And I have some news about that. For quite a bit of time, the council may considered making these businesses something that felons would not be able to
win
enjoy,
OC? Max is gonna
in
win.
order to reward people who were clean citizens of Los Angeles, which is a feat in of itself. However, I am pleased to inform you that in the future, there will be opportunities for felons to own businesses like, for example, a record label. They don't produce like an actual product, right? But per se, like an actual like food or furniture or whatever. But it's still a place for people to maybe get back on the right track and to still enjoy that economic prosperity while simultaneously rewarding people who are clean in order to give them different access to the business circuit within Los Santos. Long story short, term 2 for me is going to be focusing on getting that rolling in order to allow people to truly prosper in Los Santos. Thank you.
Crane's the real mayor, yeah.
Alrighty, and again, as we're doing this snake format, we'll start with Max on this
What
next question.
are your thoughts on the
question is
first
going to be,
responders?
the city council has heard a number of requests recently related to the well-being, pay, you know, maintenance and other things related to first responders. What are your thoughts on the state of, you know, EMS, PD, the first responders out on the front lines dealing with the city when it's on fire, both literally and figuratively? Max, you're up first.
I'm glad I'm in the middle, that I can hear somebody's response before I have to make a response. Thank fucking God I got this seat.
For a long time, first responders were in a bad spot, and I would say that they still are in a bad spot. I think that working EMS, for example, is probably one of the most not unrewarding, but most thankless jobs in Los Santos. And in order to compensate for that, when I was imbued with the powers by the state to do so, I pretty much instantly raised their pay. I think EMS is getting $1,300 per hour right now, which is more than doctors, more than lawyers, more than city council, more than
What's your
deputy mayor.
fiscal policy and
I
how
myself
would you
right
balance
now,
the state budget?
courtesy of my
Why
fiscal
am I
policy,
getting
which
this
is
question?
minimum work, maximum pay for you guys, I'm actually making $1 an hour right now.
What does fiscal policy mean?
As for first responders, my wife and I have, my chief of staff, have flirted with the idea of, you know, trying to really tackle the inherent problems at the LSMG.
Yeah.
That's the Los Santos Medical Group. Those are doctors, EMS, to figure out. Recently, there was a resignation from a long-time EMS chief and her girlfriend, who was the deputy chief, I guess.
Do things
I will say right now that EMS as a whole is fortunate to have Mr. Happy leading them right now. He's a good man. I've spoken to him quite a few times. He's on duty a lot. His deputy's cool too.
How much of a cheat code Max's fucking brain
Right
is.
now, what first responders need most of all is we need to respect their work and to ensure that they feel like their role in Los Santos proper is something that is valued by everyone else, because it oftentimes is something that is overlooked or taken for granted. I myself have taken it for granted quite a few times. I believe that one way that we as a group, should you be interested in taking this challenge with me, is to stop with the self-transport. It is dangerous. Technically, it's illegal. It's reckless endangerment, which is a felony.
What's my answer? Basically, what he's saying is that we need
alone,
to take care
provided
of EMS
there are
because
enough
we need
EMS
EMS.
on
They
duty,
are out there to save our lives.
will most certainly empower them to feel like they're actually out there making a difference. As for the police, who are also first responders, I did draft up the controversial police continuity plan, which was a plan to finally give the LSPD some actual outside oversight. Instead of hiding in their little cockroach holes waiting for the state to come down on them with a hammer when they finally fucked up enough times visibly for the state to come down on them. And it is with that power that the mayor's office has finally given them the oversight that they need in order to ensure that they have the tools that they have to succeed.
We don't really need to.
I still remember a meeting that I had with all three of the LSPD captains the night before I put this up to the council vote, the PCP, that is. And I remember hearing Brooke Ruth suggest treason to me because she suggested overthrowing the Council of Eight in order to combat my idea that there would be any entity in the government that would provide oversight for the LSPD. Which, of course, was so disgusting to me. I kicked them all out of my office. Went to the council room the next day and got the PCP passed in order to begin attempting to correct all of the blunders that these three captains had essentially done. Ruth instantly and without apology stopped signing on to duty because she was under investigation for treason. Turner, who had been absent for a whole month, did show up briefly and continued to basically not show up and then eventually resign himself.
Yeah, it's only when a lot of people talk.
And the reason they did this is because in that meeting, good citizens of Los Santos, they told me to my face, Mayor Max, it's going to take 6 months to have a functional chain of command. 6 months from that day that I was speaking.
You've forgotten the question.
And it was then that I knew that the PCP was something that was required.
What are your thoughts on the
so that I could give the good cops of the LSPD the opportunity to be realized for their talents instead of fucked around by a bunch of power-hungry megalomaniacs who could not understand and admit that their attempt at a triarchy had just completely failed not only themselves, but the people of Los Santos. I look forward to continuing to working with the first responders, the police included. Thank you for listening.
I agree with a lot of things that Max just said. EMS as a whole is a thankless job, and people do not seem to care too much about them. They are out there to try and save your life. They do come out when you are in need, and people don't seem to realize that. I talked to a few people not too long ago about going on a ride along, because one thing is hearing it from EMS and hearing it from people that how bad it is to go and do your job, but another thing is going out there and experiencing it, because people don't seem to realize that we need EMS. We need them to save our life. When you go out there and you hit a local and you eat shit, they're there to bring you back and put you on your feet so you can go back out there and do your thing. And for some reason, people just do not, they take it for granted. They shit on the people actually out there saving your life. It goes for both EMS, it goes for doctors too, that you go to the hospital, they are there saving your life, and you're like, I don't want to be here. Which is fair, because nobody wants to be in the hospital. The hospital is not a nice place to be, but they're there to try and save your life. They're trying to make your life better. And I feel like people need to realize that. I do still plan, even if I do not get elected, to go out and experience this and just see how it is to be an EMS. In terms of the PD, like Max said, they were in a rough spot when we first got elected. I think personally that they're in a better spot. I think they're not perfect as of yet. I think there's still things that can't be improved. I don't think it's as bad as it was a few months ago, but there's definitely still a lack. The problem is also that PD as a whole is also a thankless job that people they shit on the PD. So there's a turnaround, which is not something that we want. We want people to stick around. We want people to enjoy their job. We want people to not lose interest, because the issue is that as of right now, people get their job, somebody else has to teach them that job, and then somebody falls out. They have to carry and take over that person's issues and workload, and it just keeps being an issue that keeps accumulating, and we just never get to that point that we want to be. But we want that. That is something that we definitely want to improve going forward, is that people want to go to work and do their job and not have people shit on them all day, basically. So I think that's about it for the first responders, yeah. I feel like I can't make any fucking comments.
I'm going to break it into the two different parts as well. Let's start with EMS. EMS should not be having to fight and struggle to like fix their EMS ambulance, because they already have a hard enough job.
I hate talking in front of
I think first off, state should be paying for that, not them having to pay from their pocket, because they're the ones that truly trying to save our life every day. Secondly, they need to have a helicopter so they can save people that get injured on like Mount Chiliad, so they're not trying to kill themselves trying to climb up there with their ambulance and stuff. The third is, I think one of the biggest problems that even the civilian have when it comes with the EMS is EMS go all the way to Polito, and they get there and there's no body, because that person probably waiting there for 15 minutes wondering if EMS gonna come or not. And that's not on the fault of the EMS or the person that had to be
What is the
rushed
next
to
question again?
the hospital by their friend because they don't want
What
their
is
friend to
your
die.
fiscal
So
policy and
I
how
think
would
the
you
biggest
balance the
investment
state budget?
outside of the ambulance and the helicopter is a better like system where the person who calling 911 can know that somebody actually coming. So that way they know not to leave and they're not having to guess whether they got to take
Treat them like Twitch chat.
The
thing is
you
that
know,
it's
call
different
the
because Twitch chat
secondary
doesn't get a vote.
local EMS or whatever.
I don't
you
have to
want
care
call
about
it, dude.
Twitch chat care or things.
Now let's move on to the other thing. EMS saving lives. But there is a problem. I'm going to disagree with the two. The police department worse today than it ever has been, dude. Some of these police officers are like children that need a babysitter to beat them over the head. They have lost their complete discipline. They are shooting people without any reason. I want to point you at the court case from 2 days ago in which they shot up myself. They shot me hands up without a weapon in my hand while I was in the highway. And when the judge said, "You wrong," and paid me $20,000 for them trying to murder me, the response by one of the captain was, "Maybe I should shoot him in the head instead next time, dude." And I think some of you in the audience probably already also experienced this. You just trying to do your job, doing your crime, doing your tow truck, and the police come and they treat you like a criminal. You're not even doing anything illegal. I have videotapes that will be released of interview from various police officers. It's going to be released in the next 48 hours. Some of them are going to shock you. In one instance, when asked, why is the mass murder of one police officer who shot at his own cops yesterday, why was he only charged with small crimes when others who have shot cops have been given so much? The answer was, those other people are criminal scumbags. But this guy, he a cop, and he just messed up a little bit. You're gonna see another video of a officer who pulled a gun on a civilian, and when asked, why did that happen? The answer was, they were just having a bad day. These people, these police, they work for us. Things need to change, so they know they work for us, dude. And finally, in order to compensate for the anger they got, I will put a program in place where the people of Los Santos will pick, instead of these bonuses that they get because
How
they
much votes is going to get?
working
It's
a
going to be a
scoreboard
lot, I
and
feel like,
trying
because a
to
lot of people are just doing it for the
stack
fucking
charges
memes.
just to like win some points and more paycheck. Instead, the people are gonna vote who the best cop of the week is, and they're gonna get a turbo, dude, because we know that's what the police love. Thank you.
All right. I do need to just point out, and in fairness to your understanding as the public and the other candidates up here, most people in the inaugural city council were in favor of the concept of an EMS helicopter at some point. That was raised in the first week or so.
All of us were.
Yes, I'm just being safe by saying, most, if not all, were in favor of it. The issue is that currently the way that it is set up for PD and EMS, they kind of keep what they kill, so to speak. So much like you guys out there who are not given a budget for your social group or whatever else you take part in, PD and EMS only make their own salaries, and if they want to upgrade their equipment, buy better cars, things like that, they would do so the same way any of you do. So the state has effectively decided against issuing them large purchases like a helicopter, for example. That being said, I have another question for the panel, starting with Mr. Miller there.
Oh, see, I wasn't the first to start.
So what is your overall approach to fiscal policy? And what would you do to ensure the state budget stays balanced? And before Mr. Miller comes up here, I will offer some context here. In addition to what I've just said about PD budgets, EMS budgets, the way that it currently works in our economy is that all government salaries, so all pay, everything that would be given out to PD, including potential budgets or anything like that, it is all derived through tax revenue. There is no magical pool of money where the state will just, sell off bonds and, give us a cash infusion. If the state account hits zero, we're all fucked. So, that in mind, how would you approach fiscal policy to make sure we don't hit zero and end up in another crisis?
I will
Mr.
play
Miller.
with sliders. Giggity.
Yo, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what the fuck he just said, dude. All I know is we trying to get those paychecks and trying to be fair in how much money we getting. Okay, like fiscal, what the fuck, dude? Like, listen, dude, like we get a paycheck at the bank, we work hard, and if people need the money,
the fact
like,
that
I'm
people-
sure like there's people that can like figure out what the heck these words mean and I'm gonna put the export in place that can help balance all that, instead of using these complicated words that, just make things sound complicated, but probably a hell of a lot simpler. Thank you.
Ah, that is like the shortest. We want to make sure that the government still has a budget as a whole. As something like I said earlier, we want to make sure that everyone is enjoying the work that they do. So if our budget is running low, obviously we would make the changes that promotes a healthy work-life balance, but keeping it in a way where people can choose what they want to do. So if you still, again, want to work sanitation, you want to work G6, you want to work Grime, we make sure that you're still getting paid the same amount so you can keep that job. At the same time, we have been trying to promote events across the board. So if you do want to go out, you want to make an event, all you have to do is basically just make sure that you note down your expenses, and we will make sure to give you the money back. That is something that I want to do going forward as well, because events is something that does drive the city. Having people doing concerts, whatever else you really can imagine is something that we do want to promote. So that is something that we still want to keep there, but we also want to make sure that, again, you do the job that you want to do. We don't want to force you to do G6 if you are a person that is currently doing Grime. We just, again, balancing it, making sure that everyone is getting paid the same, making sure that everything is balanced across the board. Thank you.
Hi. Right now, my fiscal policy, as previously stated, is less work, minimal work, maximum pay. I have been reinvesting the state's funds into ensuring that people who work civilian jobs are being rewarded as much as is possible. This includes
I know,
stuff like
April,
senior
I
funds and
know.
stuff.
But I'm saying we, as
now,
in the
like
mayor's
Mr. Alan
office,
Crane
which is
said,
what you would be.
Huge fucking problem if that budget goes
Giga.
into zero, because that means you guys no longer start getting paid.
I was gonna say, like,
however,
I don't want to
fortunately
run the
for all
government
of you,
into the ground, but I want to
I
make
have
sure
done extensive
that you
testing
get paid
with
what
people
you're
from
you're
all
owed.
over Los Santos
How you doing,
in regards
Goddess?
to these jobs. I've observed the trends, and I have seen what needs to be done, when it needs to be done. Right now, we are in a
Yes, the
spending
state will go
phase.
broke
This is
having
to
high
ensure that
pay.
everyone is able to
As of
recover
right now, we are in
along
the
with
red.
Los Santos economically. And I foresee that being the case for the next couple of months at minimum. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
we all
I had some other questions written down, but to be honest with you, I think I've heard enough of the typical
Giga, you're playing
pitches and stances and all that political shit. I'd rather
What's the
hear you
next
guys
question?
ask some questions. So if we could form sort of like a line towards the front here, if anyone has any questions they'd like to ask of the candidates or a
Yeah.
specific
Do you want to
candidate,
play Hail Divers tomorrow?
feel free to do so. Up at the microphone there, just one at a time. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I have one question for the candidates. What are we going to do to stop the blue on blue violence?
Okay. Which are you talking about? The cop yesterday that shot Captain Slacks in the face 6 times?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about the PD so they stop shooting each other?
Well, I mean, I'm
Gotta
pretty
check
sure
my
this is
schedule,
like
alright, I'll message
never
you.
happened before.
If anything,
Like,
I'll
ever.
ask you throughout the week, and if you have the time,
I mean,
you have
he's
the
in
time.
he's in prison, right?
Yes, yes.
And he got fired, right?
True.
So no, probably not.
Okay, well, actual question. Okay, I just wanted to stir with you.
Okay.
When are you going
He's
to
not using the
abolish
microphone.
Dogtown, and when are you getting rid of it?
I don't know. I know you guys have some vocal concerns about Dogtown. I certainly am annoyed to pieces by Bobby Charles on.
Oh, here's Bobby Charles.
Bobby, it's a mayoral debate.
Hey, off the stage, Bobby.
Bobby.
You know what, Bobby, why don't? Oh well, just speak for a moment, Bobby, please.
Yeah, just let him speak. Yeah.
Hey, can everybody hear me on here? Hey, guys, you know.
Where's Lenny at?
Where's Lenny when you need him?
Do I want to matter about what the crowd thinks? I don't give a shit
Guys,
what the
you
crowd
know,
thinks.
What's with all the concerns about my beautiful Dogtown? What's with all the concerns about Dogtown?
If I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. If I'm not doing fine, I'm not doing fine. I don't really give a shit. At the end of the day, it's roleplay.
Oh, you're wrong, Dundee! You don't get gunned down like dogs, you get gunned down like maggots, Dundee, because that's what you people are. You never learn. You're gonna keep getting gunned down. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna do nothing. And you're gonna get
Fuck you, Bobby Charles, you piece of shit.
Call me a maggot one more time, Bobby.
Look at him. Not even reformed. Not even reformed. They leave my penitentiary so rebellious.
All right. So listen, we all know Carmine and Bobby kind of a bit, dude, and they probably power tripping and over there. I gotta use this opportunity. Like, listen, dude. Like, I think if you facing a lot of time in prison and you don't want to spend time with them, I think people that be facing charges should be given a option to do like probationary work for like sanitation or some alternative, because not every sentence should require you to have to deal with sitting and dealing with these guys in prison for God knows how long.
This is where I go up and say, just beat Bobby's ass.
Thank you.
Just beat Bobby's ass and Carmine's ass. Like, just beat their ass.
Right now?
No, not right now. Not right now.
Hey, quit it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Next question. Anyone?
I got a question.
Sure. Is that who are you, sir?
Oh, it's me, Matt Rhodes.
Are you speaking
Matt
into the
Rhodes.
microphone, Matt
Can you
Rhodes?
speak in the microphone?
I think if we stand up on the stage, we can. Everyone.
Yeah,
can hear.
come up on the stage
On
and
the
ask.
stage.
Oh, I picked it up.
Come up on stage.
Just come up on stage.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. No, I'm not stealing. I'll hand it back to someone. Wait, can you hear me? Let me.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone can hear you when you're on stage.
There we are. Perfect. So, hello, the mayor.
The mayor.
Matt Rhodes. I have a question regarding something you said earlier. In other news, earlier today you had mentioned that you only get paid $1 an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that something? Was that just like a talking point, or like?
No.
Was that something you did like very recently?
I've been getting paid $1 probably for like the past 2.5 weeks, and that's courtesy of the way that I've directed the state funds currently to pay better for basically everyone else in the city.
Got it. What was your pay prior to?
I really don't know. It's not. I get paid based on how well the budget is doing.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So So let me get this straight.
Uh-oh.
Well, let me explain this to you very,
Yeah,
very,
go ahead,
very,
go ahead.
very carefully. If the state is making a lot of money at the expense of everyone in the crowd and you, that extra money gets funneled into the mayor's paycheck. That's just the way that it works.
Ah. Okay. Last question. If you had to sort of guesstimate how much money you've earned within your term, do you know how much that would roughly be?
Probably over the last 3 months, probably about like 150,000, probably, ish.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. He hasn't actually been around that
I
much.
guess it really wasn't my last question. How do you afford one of them carbonizaires?
I took out a loan.
Ooh. How much was the car?
$270,000
Okay.
ish.
All right.
Are you my accountant, Rhodes?
No, I was just curious. I'm just trying to figure out, whether or not you're good with money or anything, or should be in charge. Shut up.
Well, I'm quite good with money, and more than that, my wife, former judge Siobhan Thoroughbred, has a master's in finance.
Oh, okay.
That's me. Hi.
All right. Hello. All right. Is it safe to assume that this is a package deal? If you were to be the mayor, would she still be the chief of staff?
Of course.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the only questions I got for now.
Okay.
Did this motherfucker just interrogate your ass? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
Welcome to my life, dude. What you mean? It's my everyday, dude.
Hello. Can everyone in the crowd hear me okay?
What up?
Okay, awesome. Hello, everyone. Name's Silas Moreno. I have a question for Mr. Thoroughbred. There was a recent incident where your Carbonizar was towed in front of City Hall as a result of an illegal park.
Right.
And
You're the one who flagged it.
I did not flag it, no.
Okay, sure. Norman Adams didn't tell you to flag my car out in front of City Hall?
No, I didn't flag it.
Okay, sure.
If I can continue my question.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Go on.
You can
in
see
the
you flex
following
it, though.
days after that tow, multiple tow workers reported that their wages were cut by roughly 10 to 15%. Can you clarify as to whether these two incidents are related at all, and if so, whether that goes against your campaign motto of less work and more pay?
So for a long time, and this kind of goes back into what I was talking about with testing the new powers that were imbued to me by the state. Towing at one point accounted for all Group 6 and Grime combined was less. It cost less to pay them out from the state budget than towing alone. And in order to stop the horrible hemorrhaging that was happening to the state account, because there was some sort of error on the back end that was causing it to be basically charged like 2 times, or way more than it was supposed to be, I did drop towing almost immediately down once I realized that. So basically, the way that it worked is, at first, I could not control towing pay. Then I could control towing pay. And then I saw, oh God, towing is costing the state $10 million in 7 days compared to the $7 million of Group 6 at Grime. I'm going to drop that immediately. And the tow pay actually was dropped well before I had my car towed out in front of City Hall by you and Norman Adams and Ophelia.
I can confirm, since